Alright, what's up everyone? Hope you guys doing well. I am happy to make another video. Should have made another video yesterday. I'm gonna explain why I'm saying that. But we didn't, so that's whatever. We had a winning trade today, as you probably can see by the title. Gonna show you guys the trade, my thought process, all of that. So yeah, it's that simple. So let's start up with the day and the bias and what we want to see, right? Pretty confusing day, if I have to be honest. Wasn't like all too sure what I wanted to see. As you guys can see, we had an SMT here and an SMT here. So it was more like a let's see what's gonna happen today kind of thing. But rule of thumb is if you're basically like short bias and you have an SMT at the low, then it shouldn't really matter long term for that SMT. So, I mean, we saw this SMT, we went up, and then eventually we still went down. I was still kind of short bias, especially since this is a 4-hour 4-hour SMT, and obviously the candle's closed and whatever. So this is way more valid in my opinion. These this isn't proper structure, right? Because we're still heading into the day. So this is what I marked out, as you can see. I marked this out because, like I said, I was more of a short bias. I did want to either see this 4-hour FEG get tapped and then maybe a continuation from that, or maybe a reversal. Just gotta see what happens. And I marked this 1-hour FEG right here. Now, as you guys can see, we left the 4-hour FEG alone, but the 1-hour was marked perfectly because we had these equal lows as well, right here, or relative equal lows, which were equal lows on ES, which basically also meant this, that this was my dole for the day. You could have also marked this out for your dole, but I marked this out, and I'm gonna explain in just a second. But yeah, so this was my dole for the day. I wanted to see this get tapped, and then obviously you go from a higher time frame bias to short or lower time frame bias. Higher time frame bias was obviously bearish, and then my short-term bias was want to get this swept out. And then obviously if this gets swept out, you might want to look for maybe longs after that. That's whatever. But this was the bias, this was the dole, this was the trade I wanted to get into. So going to the 1 minute, it's pretty simple. Here I was basically looking for like SMTs, whatever. I didn't really see anything too valid. I mean, if you want to call these like valid SMTs, I don't really see them as valid stuff. Just like, you know, liquidity, as you guys can see. It's just liquidity that is made on the charts. Then what we did was we opened right here. I'm gonna mark that out quickly. See where it is. Right here, we had New York open, and we made this FEG right here. So I was basically looking for here for an entry. I was looking for this IFEG to be made, and then for me to enter. Obviously, like I wasn't all too sure if we were gonna respect this, because it looked like we were gonna respect this. Then maybe sweep some more and then go lower. So I just, you know, waited patiently. Being patient has never done anyone wrong. Always be patient. So we inverse this, boom, one confluence, right? Then we had an FEG, which I really wanted to get my entry on. We quickly tapped it, and then we went further down. So once I saw this get tapped and we got respected, I entered. Boom, second confluence. IFEG, FEG getting respected. Now, the third confluence. the clear dulls, the equal lows, right? 3 dulls. I'm trying to set this rule up for myself that I don't take a trade without having 3 clear confluences. All right, so that's basically my thought process. I have been, with my journal, I send it to Claude and I say, what is my win rate? What can we do to improve? And he basically said, you have a 100% win rate when you have 3 confluences or more, obviously. And, it shows. He said, like, with 2 confluences, I have 66%, 1 confluence, 30%, and without confluences, like impulsive stuff or without really a plan, that's usually just makes me trip up, because I'm not good at gambling, and gambling sucks. So we entered here, put our break even right here. So if we swipe this, I want to go break even. Because realistically, like if we sweep this, we were either gonna go up again or just fully go down. There's not, to me, there's no in between because we already really respected this, right? Which we almost did tap our break-even point. Which in the moment, of course, I was like, damn, I was 1K up, or I was a lot up. Let's hope it's not break even. But I did stick to the plan. Wasn't planning on shaking out of the trade. Just really trusted myself and my strategy, and it paid off. Now I did put my TP right here and not here because I have a Lucid Pro account and you have 40% consistency. Kind of did the math, but you need 3K balance on a 100K for or 100K for the buffer, and then you can request like 2.5K. So that means in total I need around 5.56K. And if I want to do that in 3 trades, I just basically need 3 times 2K and I have my payout. So that's what I'm targeting for, and that's what I'm aiming at. Obviously, next trade I can maybe like squeeze out 2.5, but I'm not trying to go too crazy because if I, let's say, do 3K, which this trade did, it went all the way to 3K. I have to make 3K and then 3K again. Also, for I need to make more than I basically want to, because obviously when you want to go 3K and you have 2 RR right here or 2.5 RR, you have to risk 1500 for 3K. So that's kind of that. Yeah. So that's basically the trade. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Like I said, tap the FEG. Took our entry there, break even here. Our goal is right there. And as you guys can see, you don't need to be too greedy, because we tapped this and then we went all the way up, which I'm not surprised by that all too much because we have a big pivot here with a lot of liquidity there. So it is very normal that once we tap this, it just goes back up and then it goes down or whatever it wants to do. But yeah, that's the trade. I'm gonna give you guys the live recap right now. Need 2 more winning days. I'm trying not to be too happy about it, because if you're happy about something, you're also going to be sad about something. And obviously, losses come with trading. And it's like, you shouldn't be sad about a loss. Because if you follow your rules, it's systematic. Because no one has a 100% win rate, right? That's why I'm just more happy so that I followed my plan than either my plan being a win or my plan being a loss, or that I made 4K, because obviously I cannot even request that yet. But I'm just trying to keep myself calm, not to do dumb stuff, or if I, let's say, lose tomorrow, that I'm not like, oh shit, now I have to rush it because I just lost 500. Oh damn, I'm like down 1500 now if we miss it. I'm not trying to go too crazy on that. So just step by step, we're gonna get there. Just follow your plan, follow my plan, and it should be fine. So yeah, good luck with your trades. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Enjoy the live recap. Bye. All right, so I kind of forgot to tell why I should have made a video, but I didn't. So yeah, basically, as you guys have probably seen on X or YouTube, whatever, basically everyone and their mom took these shorts all the way to the low. I also wanted to take these shorts, but I was setting up my copier. It didn't want to work. I just like my bunk app didn't want to work. I couldn't pay for it, and I was just stuck. I was like literally forced to be a cock watching this trade play out. Like literally everyone took them in the call as well. And yeah, so that this would have been also free 2K, and I would have been literally able to maybe make a payout tomorrow. But it didn't happen. It's whatever though. I'm not that angry about it. I'm kind of pissed because it's just fucking shit. Like the Bunk app is such a frustrating app. It just doesn't want to work ever. Just on some bullshit always. But yeah, so I missed this. Like I said, basically everyone took this and their mom. I didn't because I couldn't trade because the copier wasn't ready. I mean, I could have done a limit order, like genuinely, but I didn't because I'm stupid. But yeah, that's why that. Yeah, okay. Bye bye.